Have you ever noticed that some of the happiest people seem to be those who are not rich in material things? Hi, I'm Pastor Lisa Burbank, and this is your Prayer Chapel Pick-Me-Up. I'm coming to you from the lovely Prayer Chapel in Lutheran Church of the Cross in St. Petersburg, Florida. This room is blessed with a simple beauty that I hope someday you will get to appreciate. And speaking of simple beauty, returning to my original question, have you ever noticed that some of the happiest people are those who don't have a lot of material things in their life? Now, I'm not talking about people who don't have enough, but I am speaking of people who have managed to be content with what they have because they realize that they really do have enough. I think Jesus was one of those people, One day, when he'd finished preaching to a large crowd of people, he knew they would be hungry and were far away from their homes. And so he turned to his disciples and asked them where they would buy bread to feed the people. Now, there were about 5,000 people there that day, so we're not terribly surprised when one of his disciples says that they would never have enough money to feed them all. And that is when Jesus performs one of his most famous miracles, the feeding of the 5,000. He asked his disciples how they'd feed all those people to test them. He already knew that he had what it takes to take care of them. Which brings me back to those folks who seem to be happy and content with what they have. And I think the secret to their contentment is their ability to see the world from an attitude of abundance rather than scarcity. They know that their needs are being taken care of, and they don't hanker after what they don't have. They have learned to face challenges with eyes that see possibilities, not failure. They have learned to trust that God can take what they offer and turn it into so much more. I wish that I were that way. But instead, like so many of us, I focus on the problem, complaining about how big it is and how I just can't handle it. But thanks be to God, I am learning that in those moments when I think that I don't have what it takes or that I don't have enough, God steps in, shows me the richness of love that I already do have, and reminds me that whatever I have, when offered to God, will be more than enough. If Jesus could feed 5,000 people on just 5 barley loaves and 2 fish, he can surely take care of us too. He probably won't make us suddenly wealthy, but he will provide for us in all of our needs. When we can see that, we will see that we are truly rich beyond measure. So will you pray with me now? Lord, help me to see how rich I really am. Help me to focus on all the blessings you've given me instead of longing for things I don't have. Amen. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.